What I love about this summit, it's not top down, it's bottom up. The whole notion that regions rise together, that we're not selling down an economic vision from Sacramento, that we recognize the diverse economies that exist within the nation's largest state. And so I think that nuance has not only not been lost over the last 5 years, it's been reinforced.
This has gone from just an idea, just 5-6 years ago. How do we create a framework that allows for the diversity of regions to really come forward and custom make solutions at the local and the regional level? There's been no other entity that's been able or willing to take on that challenge, but California Forward and the Economic Summit has done just that. Every year, the playbook has gotten better, more integrated, more focused, and we're starting to see some very big wins as a result of this work. Yeah. And I'm grateful for California Forward for leading the charge on the Economic Summit.
Well, and I think in large part, this is what the California Summit has helped to foment. It's bringing public, private, civic leaders to the table, and how do we maximize that at a regional level to ensure that we are providing not only the graded resources, the leadership, the accountability to make sure that this is being implemented.
Well, I think the summit's work is critical. You've got people up and down the state, and California is a big state, from all parts of the housing sector, transportation, water infrastructure. I mean, we've got some really important stakeholders and people here, and it's important that we come together to have this conversation so that it can go back out to the communities. And of course, you've got policymakers here at every level of government too. So I think it's an important summit, and it's timely.
It's also the fact that regions are innovation laboratories. They're generally the place where new ideas are launched, where they have local investment, and they're the place that this California Economic Summit brought out and put in front of decision makers and said, this is working in this community, might it work in another, and what would happen if we brought it to scale?
I think the summit hitting on issues of workforce and housing is touching upon some of the key issues that play into reviving the American dream. I think it's a great effort to bring together policymakers, thinkers, people who are trying to make a difference, share ideas and figure out a pathway forward for California, and I think especially important California because often the rest of the country looks to California as a model for cutting-edge progress.
This is a great group of people who are networking together. It's very refreshing and inspiring to see people who care about California and are committed to doing what they can to make California better, make it more prosperous, make it more sustainable. And so it's a very invigorating environment to be in. And people are making the connections between housing, jobs, water sustainability, to how our state performs for all of its people in the future.
You know, the power of this is that you have a lot of people who come together for the California Economic Summit who are aspirational. They are seeking not to just be busy their entire lives, but to achieve progress.
Well, I find it particularly valuable because all of the leaders from K-12 through higher education, the University of California, all of the 4 segments of education in California are in one place. And it's frankly very rare that we meet because K-12 and higher education tend to have different orbits of policy and professional linkages. So for me, it's very useful.
Well, I really think that after 5 years, you've seen the fruits of a lot of work, a lot of investment, a lot of dialogue, sometimes tension. But what you have seen today are some really amazing conversations, ideas, and people stepping forward to implement those ideas. That's a credit to the summit.